Lads, it is Shapeshifter time. Today we are looking at Atal. The man has had about 12 million cards in the last couple of years. Sam's used him. It's just me and Sam tonight. We're getting comfortable. We're getting cozy by the fire. Has Atal been making moves on Sam? That is the question we're going to be asking. Sam, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Thank you. That was quite a chaotic intro.
I know.
I'm used to kind of Robbie butting in and stopping me, but he is currently abroad. He's in Tenerife. Yeah, I mean, I've been to 11 Tenerife. I don't know about you, Sam, but
12 Reef, mate. 12 Reef.
yeah, fair play. So we're looking at a few of these cards. I've been away the weekend, so it's been a very disjointed recording schedule. Next couple of days, you've got a very exciting episode of Stop the Cap coming out with Plute, the legend himself. But Sam, we're not here to talk about videos. We're not here to do anything but review Atal. His stats are mental. Talk to me about him, Sam. What was your impressions of him?
So, Jack, we've had the love affair with Atal over the past couple of games, haven't we?
We have.
We've had some
he's
of them
become a
cards,
cult hero.
And I saw this one, and I saw that I could afford it. And do you know what? The fact that I could afford a card with stats like this, I was like,
yeah,
this is too good to be true.
I know, it's outrageously cheap for it. The prices, by the way, lads, have somehow got even worse. The market is crashing even more, like every day.
I lost 40k in 2 hours.
It's not great. It's not great.
But I mean, the stats look too good to be true for the price, Jack, and the reality is they are too good to be true.
No.
Yeah.
No, Sam, don't say that. It was real to me, goddammit.
It's a tale of two stories, mate, actually.
We say it's Atal.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Quite funny.
But I bought him, and the person had a striker card on him.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, let me try him up front, because in terms of getting clips,
yeah, it's easy.
It's easy, and he's 4-star, 5-star with the stats he's got. I was like, maybe he's actually a beast.
He's got lean as well. He's got lean body type.
Maybe he's a beast striker, and he can do a bit of defending from the front.
Yeah,
he was atrocious.
Really?
There's no other way to put it. Like, it's the most disappointed I've been with a card this FIFA when using him up front.
And this is a man that's got in the bloody 9 goal and ninjas, or whatever it's called, when everyone's got 90, when he's got 90 plus and everything. That is crazy. What do you? What let him down then? What was your beef?
So his pace felt inconsistent. One minute he'd be the fastest guy on the pitch. The next minute you couldn't move him.
Sure.
His shooting was exactly the same. Inconsistent is the word for this card at striker. Inconsistent, just constantly inconsistent. He'd either absolutely have one of them shots where you're like, oh, I'll shoot from anywhere with it.
Yeah.
And then the next minute you'd be 1-on-1. I didn't even time it, Jack, and I put it in the clips, one of the shots. I didn't even time it, and he dragged it so far wide it almost went out for a throw-in. Like, completely scuffed it. It was just...
Sam, I don't know how to feel right now. I feel like somewhat betrayed by EA Sports.
This is my thing. Like,
so you've used him at striker, haven't you?
Yeah. And then...
Do you think... Yeah?
I moved him to centre mid.
Okay.
And that is where this card belongs.
Oh, I mean, Sam, he's got 91 defending. I can't say I'm too surprised.
Like, if you're buying this card, don't think about playing him anywhere else.
Yeah, you think he's just solely in a
he's a centre
midfielder.
Or, to be honest, he would probably be the best fullback you've ever used.
Yeah, I can see that, to be fair.
Yeah, like, honestly, when he was up front, he felt like a fullback playing up front. That's how he felt.
I know what you mean, in a way, because, I mean, I've used Cancelo there.
I was just literally about to say, you've used Cancelo there. I imagine it's very, very similar.
Similar in that he's very good, he's good there, but...
There's better.
You just know in the back of your mind that you've got the players could do a better job at that position, and he could do a better job in a different position.
I could reel off 10 players quickly for half the price that would do a better job at striker. That's the thing. So
Sam's coming for Atal.
no, because at centre mid, he is fantastic. That's where I really started to enjoy him.
Yeah. Do you think he's up there with the best centre mids you've used? Better than De Bruyne, Sam?
Different, not better.
Okay, that's a cop-out answer.
And I'll explain why.
Sure.
I like to play 4-4-2.
That's fair.
In 4-4-2, I used him as the more going forward one.
Yeah, you would do.
I had to stay back on him just to keep him as a centre mid. Otherwise, he basically was a third striker.
He's a bit mental. He's
Yeah,
a
he
bit
just
he has
honestly,
a bit
he
too
just
much
gets
fun.
there too quick. Like, he's just like, I'm gone. See ya. Like,
I mean, I was looking at him, and I think I'm still potentially going to pick him up just because he does look like a great card. And
so I'm gonna music
want
to your
something
ears right now, Jake. Do you still play 4-1-2-1-2?
I play a mix of 4-1-2 and 4-2-2 and 4-4-2, and yeah, I play bloody everything at the minute. Sam.
So I don't really play 4-1-2-1-2, but I put it on just to try him at centre mid in that.
Yes. Yeah,
and
to
that
give
is
him, like,
where
a license to go forward.
That is where this card became worth every penny. The other two positions before were a little bit disappointing. I was like, oh, it's not quite right. It's not quite working.
Yeah, it's not clicking.
Yeah, and then when I put him there, bro, he was incredible.
That's what we like to do. When you put a man in a certain position and he just does work for you.
For some reason, it's like...
I think we can all attest to that, boys.
His dribbling got better. Don't like tinfoil hat, Jack. I swear to God.
Oh God, here we go.
He felt better on the ball. He was so much faster. He's the fastest card I've used, I think.
Really?
On the ball, like accelerating away from
huge
people.
As well, considering you've used like Rodrigo and Boopy and all these big boys. Well, what do you think lets him down then, Sam? What's the kind of the drawbacks on him apart from the lack of kind of maybe attacking ability? No, maybe not attacking ability. That sounds harsh, but like the fact that he's not as versatile as he might have been a couple of years ago.
I think it's his AI movement, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, because when you go into the 4-1-2-1-2 and have him in that centre mid spot, you control it a lot more.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
When he was
we
up
definitely
front,
do get players like that, don't you? That kind of just have a somewhat of a mind of their own.
Yeah, and it's not even just a mind of their own. Do you know, like just the movement they're making, just not being useful or helpful.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Where they're kind of they're the problem almost. Maybe not the problem. Maybe that's a bit harsh, but they don't contribute to what they should contribute. If that makes sense. I don't even know.
Exactly. That does make sense. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But literally, on my notes here, I've got movement crap.
Great analysis from Backpage. Sam, speaking of analysis, anal cis, what have you given him out of 10? I'm going to predict a 9.3.
So, based solely on centre mid,
yes,
it's going to be a 9.5.
Oh, as close.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of this review's been negative because of the sort of disappointment of wanting him to use him.
I mean, you look at this card, though, a lot of people will be thinking about using him in an attacking position.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, especially if you got him untradeable or something, you didn't have any forwards.
For the pack or something.
Yeah. But no, you've got to be using this guy centre mid.
Job compared to some crap plays. You know, if he's the big boy.
Yeah, got to use him centre mid, and I've given him a 9.5 for that.
Yeah, sure.
Value for coins. So at the minute, he's 364k.
Yeah, I think
it is cheap
for an Atal.
How much is Nkunku at the minute? Let me do a quick.
Do you want me to run a numbers crunch for you, Sam?
Yeah, please.
He is about 50k more at 420. Plays it.
So in terms of that, then I think I'm going to go for an 8.5 for value for coins.
Yeah, do you think Nkunku's better?
I personally would use Nkunku over him in a 4-4-2.
The only thing that puts me off him is I've just noticed I've got a splinter in my finger, lads. That is terrible. Is that he's high rather than Nkunku's medium. I think depending on the type of player that you are, I personally prefer high.
That is better. I do agree. I just think Nkunku's got this X factor about him in the game this year that makes him slightly better. Down to the point, you know, if I was in
really good, to be fair. I have used Nkunku. I have enjoyed him.
Like, if you're in 1-on-1,
yeah,
and you ask me, do I want Atal or Nkunku having the chance? I'm taking Nkunku.
Fair enough.
It's just down to those little X factor things. But don't get me wrong, this guy is incredible. 8.5 is a very solid value for coins.
Chem style?
I
suppose it kind of depends where you're using him in a way.
Yeah, I had a bloody Maestro on him, just because that was what's already on him. It doesn't. But I would go marksman if it was staying. If you
Probably
look at his
marksman.
stats with marksman, he's incredible.
I'd be tempted, you know, if you're using him at centre mid or even CDM or something, I'd be tempted by maybe Gladiator or Backbone perhaps, just to get his defending up a little bit more, get strength up, passing up. I don't know. I think he's the type of card where you're not going to notice a huge difference between any of them, though. That's the only thing.
I think the stats are already so juiced. Anything will do.
Anything will do. You're right. And then best links. He's got some decent strong.
So
links.
I've gone for. Well, you might not allow this one. Do you know Guri, the SBC that I did?
Yeah, I'll allow it. A lot of people did that SBC.
Strong link, great card.
Yeah.
Can play left mid, can play striker. It's one of my favourite players I've done this year, actually.
You bummed him, don't you?
Yeah. I've gone with Todibo. It's another strong link. Team of the season, Todibo.
Centre
really
back.
cheap centre back that everybody could probably afford at this point in the game.
Oh, you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
And then, because he's Liga, and I've gone Mbappe, because he's got about 800 million cards.
I would have put Mahrez. The UCL one. There's only 280k.
I take it back.
That card.
You can have that one, Jack. That's one I didn't think of.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely link. 5-star skills.
Yeah.
280k. Mahrez is always an absolute beast in game as well. I've not used this card yet because he was so expensive for so long. I might have to give him a try now that he's a little bit cheaper. Sam, any closing statements on Youssef?
Don't get too hyped about the stats, and you'll be very happy with this card.
There we go. I think he's one of those cards. He's going to fill a spot in your team. He's going to do a good job at it. Lads, if you have enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. Drop a sub to the channel. That helps us out ever so much. But until next time, I've been Jack.
And I've been Sam.
And we've been Backpage Gaming. We'll see you in the next one.
Adios.